Hello and what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Miguel. You're watching Miguel EDC, the channel where we talk everything EDC gear here. And today we're doing another quick unboxing. I got this one in the mail from Amazon and I thought it was something else because I had recently ordered a few things. But it turns out it is a knife that was sent to me by this company. They reached out to me via IG and actually email, and they wanted me to check out this model and of course share it with you guys and share my feedback, first impressions, and eventually we'll be doing a review of it down the road. So here is the knife. Let's get that package out of the way here. Fintiso, right? I believe that is how it's pronounced. And this is the Fintiso folding knife. Doing the honors today, we got the Kizer Amicus button lock from Kizer here in the Jade G10. Super fidgety. Check out the unboxing on this one if you haven't already. And let's just go ahead and make a cut in here somewhere. All right, just go ahead and get that plastic wrap completely taken off. And this is the Fintiso folding knife. It doesn't give us any model or anything. It just says new 0318 SLJ G093, whatever that soup of letters and numbers means. But let's go ahead and get a look in here. Of course, this knife and every other knife that you see in this video will be linked down below. So if you guys want to check prices, availability, and all that good stuff, those links will be in the description and the pinned comments. All right, we got a little magnetic case going on here, and it says endless exploration, endless sharp. In the box, we got a zipper pouch as well as maybe like a warranty or user manual, right, or story, and some precautions to take into consideration. If you guys want to pause the video, you're welcome to enjoy that 4K definition right there. And here's the knife, right? So let's take a look. I believe this is a brand off of Amazon, and here is the knife itself, right? We got a wiping cloth in here, also branded with the logo, and a nice little Fintiso sticker in there as well. Again, brand new knife company here, making a debut in the channel. And first impressions, right? We got a very smooth G10 going on here, pocket clip, which is deep carry, not reversible. And 14C28N steel printed on the side of the blade there. And I want to say there is a specific model for this one, if I recall our conversation correctly. But without further ado, it looks like we have a flipper deployment and a button as well, right? Nice F logo pivot, captive pivot going on there. And here we go. If you guys are ready, I'm ready. Bam. All right. So the Fintiso insert model here, future me put the model in there. Let's see, button lock, plunge lock, button lock, as you are, as the majority of button locks are these days. Okay, so let's check out the action. All right, pretty good with that button actuated action. It is on ball bearings, and it has that flipper as well. If that wasn't enough, you got a nice tear shape opening hole there, bam, for that reverse flick and thumb deployment. So at least 4 different ways to deploy this bad boy, which is that's just what the doctor ordered right there for a good recipe when it comes to a fidgety or fidget friendly knife. No doubt about that. A little bit weak there. The D10, of course, we don't have one. It's actually overcoming the plunge lock itself. That creates that D10 or event horizon. So you kind of want to give it the beans there when you use the flipper. Nice jimping all the way through on that flipper tab, which is nice. If you push button it, it's not going to get it done. So you want to just light switch it as quickly and as fast as you can, and you should be okay. So let's check out the blade here. Again, 14C28N, black coated, flat grind. I want to say drop point, but it's kind of like this chilling style, cookery style blade in a way. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the Vosteed Nightshade, and yeah, some similarities there, more or less. But again, it's a brand new company that we had not checked out before, and this is a very pretty interesting model right here. Again, if you give it a little flick of the wrist, that kind of helps it a little bit better. Otherwise, you can fail the flipper. Otherwise, using the button here, it's pretty good, pretty solid. Reverse flick is very nice. Thumb deployment. Yeah, I should probably focus a little bit more about what else is there to the knife aside from just fidgeting with it nonstop. We do have prow liners here. They are, of course, steel liners. This is a budget knife, of course. And so we have a G10 backspacer in that same sort of olive green, right? Or OD green, that a lot of people like to call it. The hardware here is sort of this anodized looking blue, which looks nice. So is the pivot and the button itself. So that's a nice, interesting contrast of colors, okay? Pocket clip is, you know, not the deepest carry, about right there. Definitely gives you something to pinch and pull out of the pocket, if anything. And you do have a little bit of a additional amount of handle, right? So the blade tip kind of tucks in about right here, and you still have about that much extra handle there with a lanyard hole for my lanyard people out there, right? Very interesting. It's actually nice and hollowed out on the inside for weight reduction, right? Which is nice. Again, doesn't feel like a heavy knife, doesn't feel like a light knife either. So good weight to it, right? And whatnot. Again, very smooth ball bearings here. The only thing I am failing a little bit is that flipper, right? Definitely have to, if you give it a nice little flick of the wrist, you can get it going. All right. Aside from that, you know, not crazy on the billboarding department. They did print the logo or brand name in there again, even though there's the F in the pivot. I would just clear that off and leave the F, right? That would look a little bit more of a cleaner design. I understand they're a new brand, kind of getting themselves established here in the community. But yeah, people, you know, if you just leave it with the logo and the pivot there, that would be a much cleaner, more preferable look to it. And 14C28N print on the other side tells you what kind of steel it is. You know, that's nice. And it's, you know, nice and tucked away in the corner there. So no big deal. And yeah, let's just do some size comparisons here. Again, this is just an unboxing and first impressions video, just to give you a ballpark where this guy lands, more or less. Here's some of the usual ones in the channel, the PM2 and the Para 3. So it's actually very Para 3 size. If anything, yeah, pretty much in that same vicinity. Of course, the PM2 is going to be larger. Here's your Demko AD 20.5. And the Kunwu Chad, right? Kunwu Chad is going to be a little bit longer, whereas the Demko is going to be very comparable, right? Fintiso here being just a little bit longer than the AD 20.5. You guys take a look there for yourself. Here's the Civivi Vision FG and the Kizer Varatas, right? On other budget versions as well, right? Varatas is very comparable, right? A little bit bigger. And the Vision FG is also a little bit longer. And last but not least, there's the Vosteed Raccoon, right? Another very popular budget knife. And so is the CJRB Pyrite, okay? So a little bit bigger than the Pyrite and very comparable to the Raccoon, okay? But you guys know, right, the idea here is just to give you a ballpark, right? So if you own, hopefully you own any or some of those knives, and that gives you more or less an idea where this guy lands, just a ballpark. But let's do our scientific cutting test, right? Let's do that really quick. Again, I keep failing that flipper for some reason. All right, got a piece of just printer paper here. All right, let's see how it does. I'll tell you that, right? It is cutting through that paper very, very well. So let's just get some full slices. All right, no doubt, out of the box, coming in very, very sharp. Take a look. I can even do some curves and, you know, things like that. Obviously, cutting straight is pretty good. I had to jinx myself there. Yeah, it's a pretty toothy edge, and it is ready to cut, right? So yeah, we know we can do paper all day, every day. But what about some cardboard? I have what's left of some sort of box here, cardboard box. Remember, when cutting cardboard, don't cut perpendicular, but rather at an angle like this. I can tell you, this guy already wants to go into it. So it looks something like this. All right, so far so good. Going a little bit more my pace. All right, actually going through the material very, very well. Gotta get some leverage on that last piece, right? Make sure it doesn't slide off the hand there. So 14C putting in some work here. So let's see, now that we're done cutting here, let's give it a nice little wipe. I got this black coat on the blade. Let's see how much of those streaks go away. And actually, as you can see, right, it's still gonna obviously show some sort of personality on the blade as you use it more and more, but as you can see here, right, it's actually looking pretty good, pretty clean, and it offers some additional protection. 14C is already pretty corrosion resistant on its own. That black coat is going to add some more protection on that. Ergonomically feels pretty good on hand, right? Got some jimping on the blade there, which is good. And I want to say this pocket clip has this little half circle situation going on there, which again is not my favorite style pocket clip. I do feel it on the palm just a tiny bit. I want to say maybe like an 8.5 out of 10 as I'm bearing down on it some more. So yeah, it's just an interesting sort of pocket clip design there, which definitely tells you they were prioritizing that lanyard hole going on back there. But as far as the cutting performance, cuts pretty good, pretty sharp out of the box. And you guys rate it in the comments. Let me know how sharp is this guy on a scale from 1 through 10. Well, there you guys have it. This is the Fintiso model right here on the screen. Probably be on the title on the video by the time you guys are watching this, you know, on YouTube. But yeah, pretty good first impressions for a budget knife. I'm sure this thing is also coming in at a pretty affordable price. Obviously, by the time you're watching this video, I would have already looked it up and linked it in the description and pinned comments for you. So if you guys want to check it out, you are more than welcome to. I do believe they have other blade finishes. They have other handle materials and colors available as well. So that's certainly worth checking out for sure. Right, and again, pretty fidgety action all throughout with those 4 different deployment options there. So you guys know the drill. Again, this is just an unboxing and first impressions video. I'll be carrying this guy here for some time over the next 2 weeks or so, trying to gather as much feedback as possible. And I will be dropping a comprehensive review video on this knife here very soon. If you got value out of the video so far, guys, make sure to subscribe. I promise you it'll be worth coming back for more. I make knife and EDC content like this on a daily basis. And if you want to support the channel a step further, there's a link for Patreon down below, or you can support the channel right here on YouTube by becoming a channel member. You'll get access to exclusive perks. That being said, guys, check out the video over to your left there. That is the Vosteed Acorn, right? That's a very also interesting EDC knife from Vosteed. And over to the right side, we got the QSP traditional pocket knives exclusive Penguin here with the Ultim scales and S9EV. Check it out right there to your right. If you made it to the end, guys, I really appreciate your love and support. Thank you for hanging out with me throughout this video. Hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. And I'll catch you on the next video, either this one or this one. Peace.